Hey, welcome to Free Range Nerdy. This is Max. I'm back in the US, and soon we'll be starting these regularly again. Uh, kind of a easing back into it show. I've got some comics here. Uh, Only two of them are new. Two of them are from, I think, last week or possibly the week before. It'll be fun, don't worry. And I'm also going to talk about No Ordinary Family, which I was kind of saving till I got back in the U.S. And I'm going to talk about the Young Justice cartoon a little bit, so really varied show today. Let's start with Dakin, Dark Wolverine. Let's see. I've heard, I was avoiding this book. I like Dakin, but what's the stuff in it? I mean, he was great in Dark Avengers, but, his intro story was just kind of... yeah. So, I picked this up kind of in the middle of the story. A good story can get you in at any point, and this did a pretty good job of doing it. That being said, I understood what was going on. I get the story as a whole. I'm probably not going to buy the next issue. It's a good book. The art is... The story's stronger than the art. The art's kind of okay. I've been having this problem recently. Like, JSA All-Stars has what people have been telling me. It's a very strong book, writing-wise, but the art just frightens me away. It's like, whoa. So, yeah. Dakin, Dark Wolverine, giving it middle-of-the-road grade. It's not horrible. There's definitely worse books out there, but the character's a lot less fun than he's been in other stuff. Okay, next up, I'm going to spoil so much. So if you haven't been following it, Superior. If you're one of the very, very, very few people who've been following our websites, I'm sure, then you'll have read Sam's Superior recommendation, which I hadn't read the book, but as soon as I saw Sam's article, I was like, okay, totally gonna check this out, and it has been amazing so far. The story is good, and it's Mark Millar. It's Mark Millar, who normally, he's so love it or hate it. Everything he's done, like Ultimates, love it. Oh god, Ultimates, love it. I'm having a hard time thinking of another love it off the top of my head. But Wanted, oh god, Wanted, or Kick-Ass. Kick-Ass is getting a sequel. I don't know. He always starts off really... Nemesis, oh god, the disaster that was. Evil Batman. Anyway. Superior is really, really good. Which is why each issue I read, I'm more terrified than the last. Because he has this habit of starting out with these really strong, interesting stories, and then it all falls to tentacle rape and Satan molestation. Which, given the end of this, we find out it's very cool. It's a kid who has a very debilitating disease. I don't remember right off the top of my head. Multiple sclerosis. He can't walk. He can't, He gets visited by a monkey in a spacesuit, and he becomes a superhero, and like an already created superhero. And it's kind of like a Captain Marvel thing, but he can't change back. He's just stuck as this guy 24/7. It's a cool story, and this is him cementing himself as a hero in the public eye. It's such a good book, which is why I'm so worried what's going to happen to him. At the end of the issue, okay, big spoilers, so hit negative volume for the next 15 seconds. The big spoiler is the monkey reveals that he's the opposite of an angel. Like, because the kid called him an angel, and the monkey was listening, and he's like, actually, I'm the exact opposite. So, I don't know. I've got my fingers crossed. I'm gonna keep following it. I just hope it doesn't fall apart, as is the want of Millar works. Okay, Ant-Man Wasp. This is a really fun book. I picked it up kind of late in the run. Like, it was a limited series, and I picked it up at the 3rd issue out of 3. But I'm going to go back and buy the other ones, because this is a really good book. It's they've got kind of a pithy exchange between the current Wasp, Hank Pym, and the current Ant-Man, Eric O'Grady, who, if you haven't read Irredeemable Ant-Man, you should. It's a very funny series. That being said, I'm a little lost. They didn't do a great job of catching me up. I feel like they should have stuck with the ants from the Irredeemable Ant-Man thing. They have this kind of schoolbook fill-in format, which really wasn't as useful as it could have been. But definitely start at the beginning. Buy the backups. The art's pretty good. The story's neat. Yeah, and Eric O'Grady's in it, who, despite being a total ass to stature, I kind of like. I like jerk-ass characters, though, so... Okay, and last on my pull list, because my store ran out of the new Superboy, sadly, is Avengers Children's Crusade. This book gets better every time I read it. It's so good. This one has so much cool stuff in it, and the art is consistently good. The writing is just... It's very, very cool. Wolverine is coming off as such a jackass in this, though. Such a huge jackass. And I guess I understand why he wants to kill the Scarlet Witch and Wiccan, because of the whole M-Day thing, but I don't know. You get to see the Scarlet Witch, despite being... Okay, minor spoilers. She's a little bit brainwashed here. She doesn't remember her whole life at all, which is, if you've been following her post M-Day, you know she pretty much mind-wiped herself. Yeah, so we get a Wiccan Doctor Doom fight. We see the Avengers come in to Latveria, and, you know, big weddings coming on, and the surprise return of a certain young Avenger. It's very, very cool. I'm digging it so far. Fanboy, Wiccan's such a huge fanboy. It's so much fun to see the like Marvel universe through his eyes. He's very. I'm having a hard time finding a good word for it, but it's definitely a good read. Let's see. Should probably wrap this up pretty soon. I'll talk a little bit. The Young Justice pilot was pretty good. They're limiting Superboy in some weird ways. It aired like a few months ago. I'm sure you can find it illegally on the internet now. Unless they've started selling it, I don't know if they have. If they have, it's worth buying off of iTunes or whatever site is going for it. Yeah, the animation's good. Most of the characters have their own distinct style of movement, which is always something I look for. It's funny. They have a whole mythos built already, which it's nice. They could use some more female involvement. It is kind of light on the women, but hopefully they'll fix this, which is kind of an intro thing. Let's see. No Ordinary Family. I started watching pretty much yesterday. I started from the beginning. I've been getting caught up. It's a good show. It's standard fare. I'm going to say that. It's superhero standard fare. They get powers. They're not fighting crime yet. The dad kind of is, but I'm not going to ruin, like... Yeah, you should watch it yourselves. It's a good enough show. It's not anything... Ironically, it's not anything out of the ordinary for superhero type stuff, but it's a good show in and of itself. I'll be back in Boston soon, so Sam and I will start doing these together again. Until then, I'm going to just be giving you singular updates. Yeah, so thanks for sticking around if you have. And if you haven't, then you should start sticking around, because it's going to get good. We're going to get production values again. So, see you around.